Hey Wolfpack, I'm Mary Bristol Schneider and this is PackTV News. On Tuesday, the men's soccer team hosted Elon at Dale Soccer Stadium. We had Tristan Tucker at the game to tell us what happened.
Hey Wolfpack Nation, I'm Tristan Tucker here at the Dale Soccer Complex ahead of tonight's matchup with the NC State men's soccer team against the Elon Phoenixes. The Phoenixes are entering this game at 6-7-1 with a losing record at away games, and the Wolfpack are 7-3-3 overall with a very fierce matchup ahead.
The match began very evenly between both teams, with no goals being scored in the first half. While the Pack had possession for most of the first half, they were unable to convert. The second half saw Elon's Jeppe Jordansen and Sam Bacon score one goal apiece immediately. With the fate of the game looming, the Pack's midfielder Gabriel Machado and defender Pepe Garcia erased the deficit within the following 6 minutes of Elon's goal. The Pack topped off its second half heroics on a goal from forward Kuda Musque. This is Musque's 4th goal of the season, which leads the team. This was an impressive and flashy come-from-behind win for the Wolfpack. Next up, the Wolfpack will take on the Syracuse Orange away before playing number 3 Clemson in its last regular season game at home.
Despite 0 goals scored in the first half by either team in a very even matchup, and an early 0-2 deficit faced by the Pack in the second half, the NC State men's Wolfpack were able to rally by scoring 3 goals in a row behind Gabriel Machado. This brings the NC State Wolfpack to 8-3-3 with 2 games remaining in the regular season. Thanks for watching. This has been Tristan Tucker with PackTV.
On Thursday, the women's soccer team faced off against Syracuse. Norma Jean Miller has the report for us.
It's been over a week since the Wolfpack have been here at Dale Soccer Complex. They're looking for a big win over Syracuse. I'm Norma Jean Miller with PackTV, bringing you into the Pack. The Wolfpack came to play in tonight's matchup. In the beginning, the Wolfpack started out really relying on their defense for help, passing the ball nicely. Syracuse scores first, then the Wolfpack retaliate. The Pack in the first half with another goal, leaving the score 2-1. The second half starts out with a goal from Syracuse, with the score now being 2-2. Offense pushing strong for another goal. They do not succeed, so into a 10-minute overtime. 3 minutes in, the Wolfpack score their goal that puts them ahead 3-2. That's a Wolfpack win, 3-2 against Syracuse. I'm Norma Jean Miller with PackTV, bringing you into the Pack.
Friday afternoon, NC State men's and women's swimming teams took on the University of South Carolina Gamecocks here in Raleigh. Both teams were able to take home the team wins with a final score of 197-100 for the women and 194-104 for the men. That evening, the volleyball team competed against Boston College. Jasmine McCoy can tell us more.
The NC State volleyball team will be taking on Boston College after a recent first ACC road win against Virginia and a tough loss to number 3 ranked Pitt on Sunday. Noting the Pack, they currently lead the ACC in second with 14.97 digs per set. It will be interesting to see how the Pack will bounce back. NC State volleyball came out ready to play in Reynolds Coliseum Friday night against ACC foe Boston College, but in the first set, the Eagles attacked hard and was able to get in rhythm, going on a 7-1 run in which the Pack couldn't fight their way back in. The second set was similar, as the Pack were slow and Boston College would take set 2. The Pack warmed up to take the third set as they jumped out on a 4-0 run at the beginning of the set. The Pack was led by Jade Parchment, who had 6 kills and 2 blocks, who helped keep the Pack in the match. NC State dominated the fourth set as a strong serve by Kristen McDaniel started the Pack at an 8-2 lead over the Eagles. Jessica Kemp secured the match with 2 kills to make it 25-12. The Eagles were able to adjust in the fifth and final set as they had 4 unanswered points for the only lead change in the set. The Eagles would come out victorious on the night with a 3-2 victory over the Pack. It was a tough loss here in Reynolds Coliseum for the NC State volleyball team as Boston College took the first 2 sets, and the Pack were able to hold on as they took the next 2 sets, but Boston College remained aggressive and was able to get a 3-2 victory over NC State. I'm Jasmine McCoy with PackTV, bringing you into the Pack.
On Friday night, the men's hockey team played Elon. With a scoreless first period, both teams showed a lot of strength. The Ice Pack was able to break the tie 14 seconds into the second period. The game ended with a Wolfpack win and a final score of 6-1. When asked what helped build momentum between periods to create a win, head coach Mike Gazzillo said he thinks it may have been a few things he said between periods. Sunday afternoon, the women's soccer team played their senior day game against Notre Dame. Haley Parker can fill us in.
Hey Wolfpack fans, I'm Haley Parker here today at Dale Stadium for a big matchup between the NC State women's soccer team and Notre Dame. Today is also senior day for the Wolfpack, so there's a lot of exciting stuff going on here today. Let's take a look at some highlights from today's match.
After recognizing the seniors before game time today, the Wolfpack came out really strong with a lot of shots on goal, but none were successful. However, the first goal came in the 16th minute from Ricky Walkling, who happened to score on her senior day. Then, 2 minutes later, another goal was scored by Joseph, who doubled the lead heading into halftime. In the second half, a yellow card was issued to Notre Dame, showing their frustration as the Pack was up 2-0. Then, there was yet another goal by senior Ziera King in the 77th minute, bringing the score to 3-0. That was the 12th goal of the season for King. Goalie Jessica Berlin also made 6 saves today, marking her career high. The final score was 3-0 Wolfpack.
And that's it for today's matchup. Catch the Wolfpack at Louisville on October 31st this Thursday at 5 p.m. I'm Haley Parker for PackTV, bringing you Into the Pack.
Just across the street from Dale Soccer Stadium, the volleyball team played Syracuse in Reynolds Coliseum. Kayla Glova can tell us what happened.
What's up, Wolfpack fans? I'm Kayla Glova with PackTV here at Reynolds Coliseum, where the NC State women's volleyball team will take on Syracuse. The last time the team played at home, they lost to Boston College, but today, let's hope they can turn it around. The team was decked out in pink for their pink match at Reynolds Coliseum. During the first set, the Wolfpack took the lead early on until Syracuse answered with 3 straight points, making the score 14-15 in favor of Syracuse. From there, Syracuse continued to take the lead, winning the first set 21-25. Throughout the next 2 sets, the teams were consistently neck and neck, but Syracuse continued to come out on top, winning the second set 23-25. The third set turned out to be the closest one, with both teams taking over the lead from one another until Syracuse came out on top with a score of 24-26 over the Wolfpack. Unfortunately, the women's volleyball team does walk away with the loss today of 0-3 against Syracuse. From Reynolds Coliseum, I'm Kayla Glova with PackTV, bringing you Into the Pack.
And finally, for our professional baseball fans, or even for those who aren't the biggest fans, the Wolfpack does have an alum playing in the World Series. Trey Turner, a former Pack baseball shortstop turned third baseman, is now a shortstop for the Washington Nationals. Besides getting the chance to play in the World Series, Turner's had a pretty exciting season, batting for cycle for the second time in his professional career this past July. The Nationals are currently 2-3 in the World Series against the Houston Astros. The next game will be on Tuesday, October 29th at 8 p.m. I'm Mary Bristol Schneider, and this has been PackTV News, bringing you Into the Pack.